Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to an anime review. Today we're looking at episode 7 of Darling of the FRANXX. Now, when I heard this episode was going to be focused on a beach episode, I panicked immediately. Beach episodes in any anime are always atypical cliche works. They're always, characters going to the beach. It's really, especially with harem or shows with a lot of girls, they're just meant to be fan service. And in some ways, Darling of the FRANXX was fan service heavy this week. Not really super heavy, mind you, but it did have a little more fan service than we've seen so far from the show. But equally, there was a reason for this beach episode, and it was very interesting to see how it all kind of played together. We had what was really essentially a welcoming party for 02 and Hiro joining the Squad 13, and we also got to see that this world is beyond all these, weird creatures and all this other stuff. There is still places that have beauty in it, and the ocean and stuff like that is unaffected. There are beaches, etc. But we also see remnants of places that held that beauty that are now in array. They're in chaos, utter shambles. You see what looked like a school that they went to, and then you see like little houses and stuff, and you realize this place was a habitable land at one time before, but apparently, as we learned in today's episode, humanity had looked for energy via magma, and in the process possibly awoken these creatures which we know now as Klaxors. And it's interesting to me, like, you think about it and you're like, oh, it's something we haven't seen really, and the way they did it, claps to freaking trigger at A1 Pictures, because they did it such a nice mellow way, but still had that impact where you understood what was going on. You got the symbolism behind this episode, but at the same time they made a beach episode actually interesting, which is crazy. Like, wow, holy shit, how often do you see that in anime? It's very rare, very rare. Romance stories, beach episodes can be a little bit of a thing where it's like give or take. Sometimes they are fan service heavy, but they're also meant to, strengthen the relationship. Like, for example, Shuffle, if anyone remembers that older series. Shuffle had a beach episode, but the beach episode there was actually meant to enforce a relationship and start one. So it did have significance. But in other anime, I'm not going to start naming a million shows because there's a lot of them. I mean, legit, almost every harem has a beach episode somewhere in there. Like, it's not me even having a name, it's just every harem has a beach episode, and it's just meant to show girls in swimsuits, which, am I complaining? I'm a straight-blooded male. I'm not complaining about that. It's perfectly fine. But typically they don't do anything besides showing fan service, and I'm always like, it's just a fan service episode. Not this week's episode of Darling of the FRANXX, though. Not with this beach episode. And we also got to see the old man who actually made the FRANXX, and that was pretty cool. And he warned Hiro of something interesting, where he said, be careful of 02, don't get too close to her if you want to remain her partner forever. And I almost feel maybe that is a concept here. Maybe it's that as Hiro gets closer, maybe they activate something more powerful between the two, but maybe that's taxing on his life. And I'm wondering, is that going to be something that's going to play out later on in the series? Is that going to be where we're going to have Hiro fall apart because of his connection and his bond with 02? Because that's one thing that this show has been showing us from the start, is that all these characters have bonds. It's supposed to be where they have bonds with each other. But with 02 and Hiro and her previous partners, that bond that they had caused a lot of friction in terms of their bodies. It caused their bodies to be ripped apart by some unknown force that she had while piloting the FRANXX. So you have to wonder, like, what's going to happen if Hiro does get closer to 02? Curious about that. Anyways, what do you guys think about this week's episode? I would love to hear from you, obviously, in the comments below. I thought it was a great episode. I have really nothing bad to say about it. It was solid all around. I mean, it had some comedy. Again, fan service was here and there, but we saw some various things, and I think the story got played out in a nice way. And I'm wondering. I have so many questions now with the 02 and even what they're gonna do with Hiro. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless you all. Citrus, like I said, will be out tonight. I'll see you guys then, hopefully. God bless you all. Again, bye-bye.